Welcome back to the Hidden Rose, Shinobi. Rose Kage here, back with another Striker vid, and today we'll be discussing what Season 3 needs to be great. Nearly a year ago, I sent a long email pertaining to the changes I'd like to see in Shinobi Striker Season 2. Some of these were addressed while others were left in the wind. Now I'm not saying that they actually read my email because I never received a response, but I did make the effort, and now here we are again. So I'll be reading over what I wrote to Soleil and what things I would update in this email. Let's get into it. So I titled this email Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker Suggestions, and as you can see, it was sent in September of 2019. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to read this email concerning your game Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. And thank you for your hard work and dedication your team has put in the development of this game. Listed below are some suggestions that will improve the current player base's experience, as well as appeal to future players. I thank them here in sincerity because it's true. They put in work for a small company of about 50 employees at the time. Considering that and the budget, the game is a hidden gem. Okay, next we're going to get into the things that I listed in this email. Starting off with number 1, custom private matches. Similar to the current game mode, Survival Practice, this new mode would not affect players' stat cards and would merely be a casual mode. It would allow players to choose their opponent, the game mode, and the map they wish to play. So this is the first because this is what I wanted most during that time. It still holds true today. More than maps, characters, and clothing, I want to be able to choose who my opponents are in a private setting. I suggested it be casual with fights not affecting cards to prevent people from abusing this feature to inflate their numbers. I kept this part simple for the purpose of the email, but I would like to add that not only would we be able to choose map, game mode, and opponents, but also customize the game mode rules as well. For example, combat battle. Allow you to turn off certain or all scrolls. Edit the time limit on a match or the number of KOs required. You could really do a lot with this feature, and I bet you guys in the comment section could come up with some crazy match ideas. Number 2, new maps. Maps have a major role in gameplay, affecting how players prepare for the upcoming match. Similar to new jutsu, a new map adds fresh content and more variety to improve a player's experience. Not far behind, you guys already know, maps are a part of this game's mechanics. This would give the game new life, and I'm sure they know that. Granted, maps are hard to make, so it's understandable why it has taken them over a year for this company. But we can all agree now, there should be no excuses.
Coronavirus!
Moving on, number 3, more customization options. So far, the addition of iconic clothing such as young Naruto, young Sasuke, and Anbu outfits have been great. We as your fanbase look forward to the other requested clothing items you will add. With that said, there are options in the current game that is not available to the players, such as Kakashi's mask, Deidara's hair, Kisame's body type, Choji and Gaara's team outfits, Samurai Mission NPC outfits, and many more. Having Kakashi's mask as a mouth option or Choji's body type would give more uniqueness to customization that players look forward to in a creative character-based game. Funnily enough, they ended up adding Kakashi's stuff and Gaara's outfit into the mix. But man, did I want Kakashi's mask as a face option to be put on all clothes rather than stuck to the hidden leaf outfit. But I still want those things like Deidara's hair, even though I wouldn't use it. I worded this part of the email like this because I was asking for things that was already in the game, which shouldn't be too hard, right? Didn't want to sound needy or anything, asking for Hidan's slick back or Amoi's drip. But what I would add to this is to ask them for color palettes on DLC outfits or certain special outfits that don't have multiple color variants. We all can agree that they should have made this a thing in the first place, and that the customization overall is sort of lackluster. But again, a team of 50 people, so we understand. But let's keep improving this portion of the game. They already did it once before. 4. Button mapping. Being able to change which button does what on the controller is a great quality of life tool. Man, I don't know if this was already here before or if they added it in later, but I did feel the need to request it. This is a feature that's already available though, so go crazy. Number 5. Stat cards. When a player is disconnected from a match and returns to the lobby, their win percentage lowers, which is not fair. Players should not be penalized for returning to the lobby after a match disconnects. Players who close the application during a match and then return to the lobby from the home screen within the next 10 minutes should be penalized. Quick match should stay casual and not affect players' win rate, KO, KD, or battle stats overall. Stat cards should also add types, stating which type that player uses most. Can we be honest? Stat cards don't show anything about a player's skill or anything like that. Neither does their prestige. It's pretty much a "this is how much free time I have" card. Oh well, at least the most played type feature would be cool. Hey, where my range mains at though? 6. Bugs and glitches. Thank you for your hard work in the past addressing and fixing a lot of the bugs and glitches that were present in the game. However, there are some that remain. When a player uses Kamui and 8 Trigam's palm rotation together, they become invincible, taking no damage. This in turn causes their teammates to be invincible to a lesser degree, where they become immune to all attacks except for melee attacks. A player can also cast a jutsu twice in one use by quickly cancelling the animation with a dash or dump. The substitution icon and ninja tool icon will occasionally appear to be ready for use when in fact there isn't a substitution or ninja tool available. A player can also double cast Kurama Link mode by spamming up before they hit the floor. Man, glitches will always be in the game, but still, fix it! Alright, so this was probably the only portion of the email I took liberties to push a new idea. Let me know what you guys come up with in the comments down below. Clan Guild System. The game has always encouraged team play and to play with your friends. Implementing a system to register a clan guild of 20 to 40 players and compete against other clans would greatly improve the player base's experience. It would change the rules of a less popular red and white battle, where instead of registering players to one of 2 factions, clans and guilds would be registered to one of 3 factions and compete for clan points and faction points. A clan could have its own stat card and rank similar to the systems in place now. The fact that bum-ass, trash-ass, garbage-ass Joke Force has a clan system and our beloved Shinobi Striker doesn't is a sin. Could you imagine making a clan and leveling it up from a group to a village? Competing in events like the faction mode I proposed or some other original ideas that the actual game makers come up with. I guarantee this game would be Anime Game of the Year with something intriguing like this implemented. This is a very ambitious competitive idea, so they would need to do some major rework on balancing for sure. And finally, this is how I left things off. In closing, I would like to express my appreciation again for this amazing game and the care and attention your team at Soleil has given it. I hope these suggestions will be considered, especially with the ones with the asterisks beside them, and I hope they inspire you to make improvements that I may not have seen or had the vision for since I'm not a game developer. Thank you. Couldn't have said it better myself. My whole idea behind this email was to address reasonable changes that could indeed improve the quality of the game tenfold. Of course I didn't address balancing like defense types or anything because they are constantly working on it. All these things could be added and more if there was a Shinobi Striker 2 in the works, but I won't get into that here. Anyways, let's get a discussion going. How would you improve this game? What would you like to see in Season 3 other than characters? Leave a like if you enjoyed the vid and comment about it below. I'll see you in the next one. Yutari out.